Swadikap, hello, welcome to the show. This week I'm pleased to introduce a new book called Buddhist Temple of Thailand, written by Joe Cummings. Many of you might have heard of Joe Cummings. He's famous for his Lonely Planet guides on Thailand and other countries. This book is his major work. It's his major work in many years. It's considered the most comprehensive tome on the subject. The Buddhist temples in Thailand, and it's a visual feast as well, thanks to fascinating photography by Brighton Mr. Dan White. This book features up to 200 photographs of beautiful temples from different regions of the kingdom, the north, northeast, the central plains, and the south. Joe Cummings begins his book by his descriptions of the evolution of Buddhism in Thailand and the developments of the wats, the temples in Thailand over the centuries. What's interesting about this book is, I would say, the text is very accessible. It touches on aspects of Thai Buddhism that even the Thai Buddhists themselves might not be aware of. For example, Cummings reports in this book that there are more than 40,000 temples across the kingdom, and about 34,000 temples are functioning. That means they are occupied by at least 5 Buddhist monks in residence. And I think you will find a chapter on the history of the evolution of Buddhism very interesting. Joe Cummings, explains the role of Buddhist temples in Thai life. How it came to be a major force in Thai society. In its beginnings, these temples were the subject of worship by the people in Southeast Asia. But in its beginning, the temple construction was considered a sacred ceremony, But in the early days, as Joe Cummings describes in this book, temple construction was restricted to the royalty in general, before the tradition became acceptable among patrons in Southeast Asia. And then again in Thailand, you will see that many temples, the construction of many temples were sponsored by members of the Thai royalty, and the this tradition still remains as it was many centuries ago. And I would like to stress a few points about this book. First up, you will be fascinated by a lot of pictures of, ornate Buddhist temples from around the country. I think, to me, the most beautiful temples lie in the north, especially in Chiang Mai. And we are talking about the most beautiful temple of Chiang Mai, which is Wat Prasing. In downtown Chiang Mai, Wat Prasing is very popular among the locals there because it's one of the oldest, and in this book it's considered the most venerated temple in Chiang Mai. Interestingly, on the list includes one of the least visited Buddhist temples. One of them is Wat Ton Kwan, which is, even though it's not so popular among the followers of Buddhism, but it's considered one of the most important Lama temples, with these beautiful Lama designs and, murals, which are time-worn and so priceless, and this particular temple has inspired generations of designers of beautiful boutique hotels in the city. I think you will learn a lot about the history of Buddhism, as well as the Thai aspects of the Thai way of thinking when it comes to Thai Buddhism in this country. Joe Cummings is himself is an expert on Southeast Asian art history, so you can be sure that there are some descriptions about what's happening in the Thai temples. For example, when you go into the Thai temple, I think it's important to realize the major components of the Thai temple design and its layout. And in this book, the author explains different components of the temple, from the major prayer hall, the board, the viharan, and the bell tower, something like that. And you will learn a lot from this book, and as well as the history of Buddhism in this country, from the past to the present. I hope you enjoy reading this book. I think it will set you off on a temple trail after you have read this coffee table book. Buddhist Temple of Thailand is available as local bookshop if you want to get a copy. Thank you for your attention. See you next time.